Hi there, this is Fixed It. This is my wife's Timex Ironman triathlon watch that I need to change the battery on. It's one of the standard sports watches in that it has the canvas strap and the back is held in place by these 4 screws. So I'm just going to use my wow stick electric screwdriver to remove the screws. The great thing about using a little electric screwdriver is it stays locked in place and it saves you slipping off easily. And now what I want to do is to just take those screws and put them to one side, keep them safe. You'll note that once you've got the 4 screws off, you've got this plastic on either side and you may be tempted to force that down, but the only problem is you might end up breaking the watch. So the best thing to do is to get a small tip screwdriver and go down one end and just push this little slider in there, and then we should be able to slide that out. Just watch that that doesn't catapult itself all over the place, and there you go. The back now lifts up and we can actually then, using a pair of tweezers, slide it out from the back like that. Okay, you'll note that the battery cover is actually covered by this piece of plastic, and also there's these minute little golden springs. You must not damage them under any circumstances. As we can see, the label on the back actually gives us some instructions. It says unlatch to remove the battery, and there's a latch here on the side, and it says after battery insertion short pads to reset, and there's 2 pads down there and you can see that there's 2 gaps, so you need to short them together. So let's just get this latch undone. The first thing you need to do is to remove this screw on the other side and just put that to one side somewhere safe. Place your finger on top of the battery cover and then slide a pin, needle, or in fact I've got these tweezers, into that gap, and now you can lift up this catch and the top will come off. There we have it, and just put the watch to one side and you'll see the battery is actually stuck to this cover. So what we want to do then is to just prise that off nice and gently. And I'm just going to use one of the old blunt knives. Gently prise that off. It's really sticky. Luckily this is an old blunt knife. And now I can peel that back, and there's the battery. Attached to this is a clasp that went over the top of the battery to lock it into place. So according to this, I need a CR2025. And there you can see the catch, the one end that latched and the other one that's screwed in. So that goes underneath the sticky part. So let's test the battery that came out of it. And as you can see, it's completely dead. So I need to just find a replacement. So this is the replacement battery. So we'll just test to see what it's like. As we can see, that's good. So we'll be putting that one in this watch. Okay, then we want to just line this up as best we can in the centre. The first attempt didn't work because I wasn't in the centre. There we go. That one's a bit better. And there we go. Okay, so it's nicely in place, and now we just need to lock it on this side. So spin that around a little bit over to one side and then push the clamp down. Okay, so we just want to spin that around and manipulate that until we can get that clamp in place there. That's it, and there we have it. That's if we turn the watch over. There's no need to do a restart because it's already restarted itself. Okay, which is absolutely great. Just changing the battery of this Timex Ironman triathlon watch, and one of the things I noticed is that when I put it back together again, a number of these switches didn't work, and I've just fixed a couple of them. But as you can see, this one here is very slow and gets stuck. If we look very closely at that, we can see it's actually got a little spring clip on it. So using this watch pin extractor that you normally use on the strap, I can push that down and just push that pin off. If I get it to the right angle, so I need to just push it in a bit as I do it. There we go. As you can see, the clip's now off. And now if I turn this round and push on that hole, I can take that out. And this is the mechanism inside. It's waterproof, so it's got a very tiny grommet on there. But what's happened is it's dried out. So what I'm going to do is to use a little bit of silicone grease, which I have here, and just put some silicone grease around the shaft and the grommet, like that. And I'm also going to put some inside the hole as well, just to make sure I've got enough coverage. So let's just put some inside that hole. And now I'm going to put the spring back on. Don't forget the spring. And now you'll see when I push it, it pushes in and out easily. And now I just need to maneuver that pin back in place. And if I just maneuver this around, so I'm pushing from the top, there we go. Just push that back down onto that pin. As you can see, this is pretty fiddly. There we go. So that's lined up. And now when I push that in, it should just lock into place. You may well hear it. That's it. And there you can see it works perfectly. So I'll just clean out the inside of this. All of them are now working. It's a bit fiddly, but unless you, if they do get sticky, you can't use the watch, because it means you can't actually press the buttons in. Or what generally happens is that one gets jammed inside, but they're now all nice and loose. If you've taken the watch mechanism out of a watch, don't force it back in. A particular watch like this, which is one of those Timex plastic watches, by each of these switches there's a little arm, and you need to just push that arm in, because if you jam it in, you'll snap these little arms off. Let's just do the same on this side, and there you have it. It's now resting in place. So now what I need to do is to put the back on. Now you'll remember from the setup when we took this back off, we had the thing upside down facing this end, because what we basically want is this circle here needs to go to that there. Okay, so let's just put that in place, pull that one back a bit and slide that on. Okay, and the reason for that is it's actually the transducer that makes the noise, and so we'll screw the back on completely before we reattach this bit. So let's put the screws back in place. Don't do them up all the way when you put them back, just in case you want to take anything off. And the other thing is you don't want to strip any threads anyway. And the two over the other side. Okay, now turn the watch over and check that it's all working before you go in and tighten things up. The other good thing about this wow stick is the fact that it has this light on it, which is great when you're doing small jobs. Now we reach the point of putting this strap support back in place. It's a bit tricky, so what I suggest you do is you take the pin out to start with, and then you just work out how it slots together and put the retaining spring post back in place. Okay, this is a bit of a fiddle. So insert one side of the pin into the piece, making sure that it's lining up. And then what you want to do with a screwdriver is just push the other side of the pin so that it goes in, and then push it down till it lines up with the hole, And there you have it. Both pins are in place. The strap is now back in place. And we now have a working watch. The most difficult bit was just getting that pin back in there, but don't lose the pin. And there we have it. We've changed the watch in this Timex Ironman triathlon watch, which took more than a few minutes, but well worth doing, because at a jeweller's it's going to cost you 15 or 20 pounds. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to the channel and check out my other money saving tips. Thanks for watching. Bye.